Hello, my name is Ryan and welcome to our video. For our project, we interviewed Repsinco. Established in 2017, Repsin Company is a local startup company that purchases a wide variety of event tickets in bulk, such as concerts and conventions, and sells them at a marked up price. They are a small local company with around 25 employees. Their website states that they use technology to propel themselves into the entertainment industry by utilizing data analytics to revolutionize live event ticket distribution. Lastly, their LinkedIn page states, "We know that our employees are the heart of our company, and we believe in creating an exclusive and fun work environment that breeds creativity. Here at Repsinco, we do not believe in closed doors. We welcome new ideas and inquisitive nature. We encourage and value employee input at every level of the company and are constantly evolving and trying new things." For our thesis, we decided to analyze how goal-setting theory applied to job performance for the company Repsinco.
For Repsinco, we decided to apply goal-setting theory. Goal-setting theory is defined as a theory that views goals as the primary drivers of the intensity and persistence of effort. Assigning employees specific and difficult goals will result in a higher level of proficiency than if you never assign goals. The key challenge with this theory is how to set a realistic goal. Goals that require minimal effort will not maximize potential, and goals that are impossible to achieve will be detrimental. Goal setting helps develop task strategies. A task strategy is a learning plan or problem-solving approach used to achieve successful performance. Task strategies add value to your workforce and provide a better defense against an uncertain future. There are 3 variables that specify when a goal will have a strong or weak influence on task performance. The first variable is feedback. As a leader, updating employees on their progress towards a goal is crucial. It helps employees monitor their current progress and allows them to adjust accordingly. The second variable is task complexity. This reflects on how complicated information actions are involved in a task. Each individual employee works at different levels of task complexity. Some are able to thrive with complicated tasks, while others may be overwhelmed. It is up to leaders to identify and analyze each employee's task complexity potential. The third variable is goal commitment. This is defined as how dedicated and determined an employee is to attaining a goal. An employee who is 100% dedicated to the goals of a company will have higher motivation and ultimately better performance than if they had no commitment to a company goal. In order to help drive goal commitment, leaders should guide how employees view goals. If they see goals as a liability, their goal commitment will be flawed. The challenge is to try and make employees view goals as something they personally want to achieve.
Since Repsin Company is a company that's founded by some of our friends, we knew them pretty personally. So they brought us into their company to show us around. They gave us a tour of the whole place, and then we talked to 5 different employees, 4 of which were analysts, and one of which was the chief operational officer. They broke down for us all their goals that they use, as well as they talked a lot about their culture and atmosphere around the office.
Actually, it was mandatory for us to set a vision.
Oh yeah.
We just did this last month.
Okay.
It kind of gives you daily pressure to perform, because before we could do whatever, we still can do whatever, but like knowing that we set these goals for ourselves, I guess, kind of pushes you to have to achieve them.
Sure.
Yeah.
At Repsinco, the company uses this goal-setting theory in their own way. Instead of having a hard-set goal enforced by their bosses, everyone works fairly independent as they have self-set goals, but are just as driven as if a higher-up had given them these goals. The employees all want to meet these internalized goals as they are driven both by a psychological and monetary factor. Using these goals, everyone is motivated to work harder because of the drive to outdo their own personal sales, but also to make money. In the attempt to dissolve the belief that having self-set goals allows employees to set relatively easy goals for themselves that they're sure they can exceed, Repsinco employees use monetary goals for themselves as well. Having monetary goals is easy at Repsinco, as the majority of the money employees make is based off of commission. This allows for a high variable of goal commitment, as the employees want to beat these goals set for themselves, but also they want to earn a lot of money for themselves overall.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know what Ben's goals were, but mine's pretty standard. It's like you want to make a certain amount of money and get a certain amount of return on your investment. maybe like expand your amount of inventory or something.
Sure. Do you guys try and like set goals that are pretty easy to get, or like beyond what you've done before, or how do you sort of go about setting those?
I mean, I definitely shot pretty high, so
Okay.
it was
Yeah.
like just crazy.
Same. You should
Okay.
do a little bit. I put my goals a little bit higher than I thought I could achieve on like a
Right.
standard pace.
Right. And then like, do you feel like you've like sort of like that goal that's maybe higher than you might have achieved without it? Do you think it's like pushed you to be better than you would have been without it?
Probably. There's also like, well, I don't know. There's not like pressure for us to meet our goals. But, like the boss doesn't have like pressure. At least
Uh-huh.
I don't think so to meet our goals. But, like if you are short by like a little bit, like because they told us to make the goals. They're not like, all right, you have to do this by
Mhm.
a certain amount.
Yeah, but there's definitely psychological pressure, like just writing down the number you have to hit and then
Sure.
being short of it all the time until you hit it kind of drives you to want to be there,
Mhm.
at least personally.
When analyzing goal setting theory, we looked specifically at this flowchart. This basically outlines the way that an assigned goal turns into task performance. So first I'll give you a quick overview of how it works. First, you look at your assigned goal here, and then from that assigned goal, each employee will self-set their own goals, and then based on their own self-set goals, they're going to have a different intensity of effort, persistence in the effort, and task strategies in order to perform their goals. And all this is going to boil back down into task performance. So at the company, there's actually very little assigned goals. It's basically a commission-based company, so their goals are all self-set. They're done by analyzing how much money each employee wants to earn, and then breaking it down from there. With that said, the goal commitment up here, which is some of the things that contribute to all this, is really high because they want to be really successful. And the task complexity varies with each product, but it keeps it interesting. So from the self-set goals that they have, there's these three break down into two main things. The persistence and the intensity is basically, how they're doing their work, but the task strategies is really the backbone of how they get it all done. So with high self-set goals, your task strategies are going to have to become more complex, and you're actually going to get more interesting work that's going to motivate employees. So from the monetary goals that each of the analysts set up, there's going to be task strategies that are going to come out of that in terms of analyzing return on investment and other analysis methods. And then the intensity of their effort and the persistence of the effort is something that really comes from each employee themselves, and how much they want to go for their goal. And the harder the goal is, the more likely they are to be pushing for it. And then these boil down to task performance, which again varies employee to employee. But at this company, they focus a lot on performance and how you've done, because the power structure is so low, that good task performance is in and of itself a goal for each employee.
While we don't know for certain that Reps & Co. uses the SMART acronym to be successful, we have recognized certain things that they do that fulfill the SMART criteria to continue being a successful company. For specific, each employee sets specific goals at the beginning of every month at their own discretion. For measurable, in these monthly goals, each employee sets a quota for the amount of tickets or how much money they want to make at the end of the month. These are measurable goals that they decide for themselves. There is no influence from upper management to have certain numbers. For achievable, these goals can vary from being extremely achievable to being hard to achieve. However, since these goals are set by the employee for themselves, we find that these goals are still realistic for the employees and that the employee ends up being successful a majority of the time. For results-based, the results that they achieve are directly contributed to the effort that they put forth. Since they are commission-based, the more work you put in, the greater income you will receive. If an employee doesn't put in adequate work, the result will be poor, meaning that they don't make as much money as they would have liked. Time-sensitive, Reps & Co. buys tickets to events a month in advance, which inherently creates a time-sensitive work environment. Each employee must sell tickets prior to the event happening, otherwise the company loses money. For ticket purchasing, they must buy tickets during specific time windows that allow them to buy tickets at discounted prices.
Thanks for watching.